Hello, everyone. It's good to see you today. Hello, Monze La Belvinus. I'm excited to be doing this with you. We are here for a versus battle. I'm excited as I've decided that I'm the reigning queen of this. Dr. Shakir doesn't know this, but I beat him in the first battle. So I'm excited to see how this unfolds. Is there anything you want to say, Monse?
I am excited. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for having me. I'm going to put up, a good fight tonight. So we're going to see. I'm so excited. Thank you. Give me just a moment here. I'm going to go ahead and invite people.
All righty.
See here.
So while she's doing that, I just want to let you guys know that we both are staff over at the Voodoo Institute. So if you end up seeing anything that you like today, which I know you are because we're both extremely talented, you can definitely go over to thevoodooinstitute.com, look us up, book appointments with us, and check out our work. We also have classes that are going to be posted at the African School of Magic. So definitely check those out as well. Hey, Joseph, it's good to see you. Hello, Dia. Hello, Samina.
Welcome, everybody. Still getting the link sent out here, so just bear with me, guys.
Take your time. I'm actually going to sneak away and turn my fan off because I'm worried that people may hear that in the background. So I'll be right back.
Okay, no worries. Thank you, everybody, for just coming in. I am Monze LaBelle Venus. For those of you who know me, you can drop the pink flower emoji. Yes, thank you. Just give us a few more minutes here as we're still inviting everyone and getting everyone in the chat here. Are you guys excited? We got some tea to spill tonight.
I'm excited. I am because I'm nosy.
I love doing the celebrity readings. I love being nosy.
Hello, Savan. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Tracy.
Hi, Priestess Tracy. Okay, I just dropped the link, so we should be good. People should be coming in shortly here.
Okay, cool. So for those of you, if this is your first time catching the versus battle or the celebrity readings, we do 2 rounds. So I'm going to start, and then my sister, Monze LaBelle Venus, is going to do a round. We'll check in with you guys towards the middle, and then we'll do our second rounds after that. Definitely make sure that you pump us up as we go, to hit the scale emojis for me and to hit the pink flower for La Belle Venus. Just make sure you're giving us some support. We're giving you some good entertainment tonight. So the very least you can do is make sure that you're active in those comments and check in with us, okay? So I'm going to start us off with, this Karen Civil thing is so juicy. I remember when these accusations around her being a scammer first started a few years ago, and I found it weird that nobody was really talking about it. So the fact that it blew up the way that it did, and especially the mess in the hellmouth that is known as Clubhouse that happened over the weekend, I'm really, really excited to see what's going on with that. So I'm going to start by asking the cards, did Karen Civil intentionally steal? Was she trying to steal from people? Was she intentionally trying to steal and defraud people of their money? Let's see what the cards have to say. Hit them scales. I don't see enough scales, you guys. Thank you, Joseph. Y'all should be spamming the scales. I should see nothing but scales when I'm pulling my cards. Definitely not seeing enough in the comments right now. Y'all got to step that up. Oh, okay. Oh, child. Okay, so yes, she did. I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting that. In the first row, I have the Six of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. Six of Wands is a card of hitting major milestones, getting a lot of accolades for your successes, for your name, just getting a lot of attention from the community and colleagues, people that you respect that do similar work, right? So this is very much showing that she did use her name, her connections, her reputation in order to move a particular way, specifically to open up new streams of income with this Ace of Pentacles, because the Ace of Pentacles is about new money, new opportunity, right? And she definitely was able to open up a lot of doors through her name, through her connections, and create basically new streams of income, new ways of getting money. Now we have the King of Cups. Upright, he's fine, but I am getting a debilitated energy from this. And the King of Cups can be very manipulative, right? Think of like that Seven of Cups energy where somebody's presenting opportunities to you, but they're not being very transparent about it. This is what I'm getting with this combination of the Six of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. So she was very active in kind of misrepresenting or trying to manipulate people in terms of getting them to do business with her. Now, this bottom row is really telling on her. We have the Devil card, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. The Devil card, we know it's that card of vices, but it's Capricorn energy, right? It's all business. So even though and it's under our Six of Wands, so even though she has a solid reputation, she knows a lot of people, her reach is big across the industry, she doesn't have a problem with manipulating her friends and manipulating those relationships in order to do business. She's also very insecure. So a lot of her insecurity comes up in how she does business. And I am getting that there is some sort of vice that she has. I don't think it's drugs or alcohol. She's shitty with money. She overspends a lot, right? And so, yes, she was intentionally defrauding people in order to basically cover up her financial losses, the business move she was making that didn't work out. That's further confirmed with the Knight of Pentacles, the card of financial conservatism. So she felt very stretched financially, and that made her do desperate things in the process. We then end with the Four of Cups, which is the card of apathy. It's also dissatisfaction after having a lot of things not work out well. So it's almost like she's been in a state of depression or just disconnected from her work. She's been anticipating this. She knew it was only a matter of time before the accusations became too much for her to run from. And this is causing her to feel disconnected, a little depressed, not very excited about what is out there for her in terms of the future. So she did know she was intentionally manipulating people financially. Allegedly, again, this is all entertainment. Allegedly, she was actively manipulating people financially. There was a part of her that knew that things were going to fall apart at some point, but she was relying on her relationships in order to kind of hold off certain accusations, right? So my next question that I want to ask, because the word bully keeps coming up from her in different places, different people that speak about her, and they say that she's an industry bully. So I want to know, does she experience herself as being a bully? Is she a bully? Does she consider herself to be a bully? We have 3 cards that jumped out. Page of Swords, 4 of Wands, and the 8 of Swords. Another card jumped out, King of Swords. So I'm only going to pull 3 more, and that'll bring us to 7 because 4 jumped out. She doesn't consider herself to be a bully, but she can be a bully. And I'll explain just from what I'm seeing so far. I'm going to pull the other 3. Yep. Okay. So the Page of Swords, this is the honor student of the deck. Pages in general are childlike energy or student energy, and the Page of Swords is the honor student because they try very hard. They're very active, very cerebral. But the thing about the Page of Swords, and each of the pages have a very specific wound. And the wound of the Page of Swords is around not feeling like you're getting attention for the work that you put in. And that can make her be, when the Page of Swords is not having their needs met, they can be very mean. They can threaten, they can verbally abuse. So yes, she is a bully. She feels the behavior is justified because she's trying to establish solid foundations. She knows that her role that she's trying to create, I think she calls herself like a cultural curator or some bullshit. She knows that the role that she's trying to create for herself in the industry is not an established one. So for her, she feels like she has to bully because she's basically setting up a solid foundation that other people won't recognize unless she is forceful. She carries a lot of fear around her actions. We have the 8 of Swords. So the fear that she carries only kind of fuels her anxiety. And that's a huge part of the reason why this is coming to head in the way that it is. She manifested this through having that fear, through not being able to release it, through basically having actions that are out of integrity with who she is, right? Kind of led her to this position of being in this 8 of Swords energy. And then we have the King of Swords, which this is the energy that she really wants to get to. She sees herself as a King of Swords, but she's not there, right? And the difference between the Page of Swords and the King of Swords, again, this is student energy. The King is rested in their masculine, right? So they're rested in their strength. They don't have a lot of regret about what they do. So even if they have to do or say something nasty or cut somebody off, they're going to die on that hill, right? As opposed to a page which will act out in that way and then have a ton of regret later. So she really wants to be in this King of Swords position, but it's hard for her to get there because she cares too much about what other people think. That's further confirmed in one of the cards I'm getting to shortly. But again, we have the Ace of Pentacles. She feels like whatever she does in terms of the bully behavior is justified if it opens up a new stream of income. She's very money driven, right? I think that a lot of what she says about the political investments, she says those things because she knows they're financially viable. But her primary concern is, how can I keep new streams of income open? We have the 7 of Cups, which is, again, more confirmation around misrepresenting things on purpose, because the 7 of Cups is about being inundated with a lot of opportunity that is not being presented to you in a transparent way, right? So you can look at these cups and see they all hold something different. She has a tendency to almost bombard people with a lot of detail, a lot of jargon, a lot of big dreams in order to overwhelm them and get them committed early, prematurely, before they can do the digging and sifting through things. And then we end with this Tower moment, which is like, yeah, she's been bullying people, but now she's about to get bullied, right? Shit's about to really hit her, and it's about to rip the foundation from under her in a way that's going to force her into change. All right. And that brings me to my last question about Miss Civil. I kind of feel like it's a little obvious, but I'm asking anyway. Will she get sued? Is she about to get sued? There have been threats around being sued. I'm reading my ass off. So y'all need to be dropping some scales. Y'all need to be sending some love offerings. Y'all need to really be showing that y'all are appreciative of the tea that I'm spilling right now. So go ahead and do that. But let's see if Miss Civil is going to get sued as a result of the accusations that have come up over the last week. We had one card jump out. I'm going to flip it over and read it in just a second. I want to pull the spread first. Hit those skull emojis, y'all. I mean, not skull emojis. Oh my God. Hit the scales. See? There he going, exercising his presence, and he's not even here.
Right? I didn't even think of it. I'm like, yes, hit the skull emojis.
Hit the scales. That's the second time I did that. I did that last time too. Okay, this is really interesting. Yes, she's going to be sued. She's going to have to pour out a lot of money. The lawsuits may not go through. I'm getting that she's going to settle out of court quite a bit. But first, I'm going to start with the card that jumped out, which is the Six of Cups. I call this my card of reparenting. And I call it that because it's about going back, using your nostalgia to heal yourself, right? So going back, looking at your past, looking at your childhood, so that you can kind of reconcile with certain memories. Intuitively, what I get, and I know some of you guys are like, what does that have to do with the question? What I'm getting from this intuitively is that this goes back to her and her fear. Her fear is being isolated. Her fear is being called out. Her fear is, being the odd kid, for lack of better words, right? And she carries this, and it drives a lot of the desperation and the kind of the impulsive decisions that she makes. And I'm seeing that as a result of the legal things, the legal trouble that she's about to have, this is going to trigger a lot of that. So I hope that she is, if she's not seeing a therapist, I hope she at least has some sort of life coach, some sort of spiritual coach, because she is going to need some support around the way that this situation is going to bring up certain triggers for her. We have the Nine of Pentacles, the Moon card, and the Six of Pentacles. Karen has a lot of money. She has a lot of money flowing in. So even with the legal troubles, it's not going to hurt her. This is the card of independent wealth, independent living. So you see how she's picking her fruit and she's joyous. So even with this trouble, she's still going to be at a space of financial abundance. Like, she's done enough in the last decade to have financial stability to where this isn't going to hurt her financially. This is going to trigger a lot of stuff for her around her shadow self and kind of the things that she has not dealt with actively. The way that she's being talked about in the public is causing a lot of pain for her. So again, I'm not joking when I say that I hope that she does have some sort of social support system, because she needs it right now. We have the Six of Pentacles, which is the card of charity. And this is how I know she's going to be selling out of court. She's going to be gifting people with things to kind of apologize or to smooth stuff over, pouring out a lot of money in that way. Not so much in lawsuits or it will be settlements, settling out of court, but the lawsuits won't go very far because she doesn't want to deal with being in court, basically. Her work is going to dry up just a little bit as a result, because we have that Ten of Wands in reverse. And when this card is upright, it's about overwork and overburden, having a lot of responsibilities that you're trying to dole out, or that you're trying to figure out how to delegate so that you don't burn out. But things are going to dry up for her. So a lot of the irons that she has in the pot right now won't be available once this starts to unfold, right? She will be able to rely on her connections to stay solid, right? We have the Three of Pentacles, and this is literally about getting money within a group, like having a squad or a community that supports your skill set, and you guys basically make money together. I get two things from this. That drying up is going to be temporary, both for her and some people around her. But again, because she is rooted in a big community, in a network of people within the industry, they will find a way for everyone to recover based off of their mutual kind of businesses, right? But we do end with the Devil card. And the Devil, again, it's that Capricorn card about being business oriented, being prone to overwork. I know I keep saying this, but my fear is that she's going to be so wrapped up in image recovery and identity recovery that she doesn't take care of herself. And she doesn't deal with the shadow shit that put her in this position in the first place. Again, her vice is money. She likes to flex. She likes to waste a lot of money. And that is a huge part of what made her make these desperate decisions in the first place. So if she doesn't get through that or deal with that, she very well can be in a similar situation again 5 years from now. And that is the reading. Again, hit those scales. I think I earned some love offerings, so I think y'all should send those as well.
Ooh, yes, Hoomsie Soleil.
Alrighty.
Woo. Who's reading those cards, y'all? If y'all don't drop those scales for that, I don't know what else to say. Yes, spill all the tea. Okay, you guys, we're about to get into some other tea. Okay, we're going to talk about Waka and Tammy. Okay, for those of you who do not know, there has been a lot of speculation around these two lately. Okay, they haven't confirmed whether or not they're a thing or if they've broken up. So we're gonna look into that a little bit here. If you guys follow Tammy or Waka on social media, there has been cryptic messages, I'll say the least, between the two of them. And nobody's confirmed whether or not they're still together. So let's take a look into that, you guys. Let's get into it. Don't forget to hit those likes. If Hoomsie Soleil did an amazing job, which we know she did.
Thank you.
Yes, hit the pink flower emoji. Okay, we're gonna take a look at what Tammy's feelings are right now. We're gonna take a look from Tammy's perspective. Let's see what we're working with here. Yes. Okay, some of my relational showed up. Okay. So right away, I could tell that there is definitely trouble in paradise. Okay. Tammy's primary concern right now is being a good mother to her daughter. She feels like the turmoil in the relationship is affecting her relationship with her kid. She's worried about how these things are going to affect their child and how their child is going to recover from exactly what's going on here. This is where it gets a little bit crazy, okay? Tammy feels like she's been made a fool of, y'all. She feels like she has been embarrassed. She has been played. And I really just get the energy from this card here that she is fed up right now. She definitely feels like she's out here looking goofy right now. And that's the reality of it. Now, with this card following that one, which is the Goddess card, which is all about sensuality and walking in your power, Tammy is also focused on herself right now. I really get the energy that she's doing her shadow work right now. She's worried about herself. She's worried about living her best life right now. She's really letting her hair down and actually trying to focus on herself right now. So far in this reading, her marriage hasn't actually popped up that much, right? So far, Tammy has other things on her plate, and Waka is not one of them, y'all. Okay. I feel like this energy is saying that there's a lot going on that we don't know about in the public. I feel like Tammy might even feel like she has some tricks up her own sleeve right now. I feel like with this energy, she's saying that, oh yeah, you're not the only one. The two can play that game energy. Literally, two can play that game energy right now. So it's messy, you guys. It is definitely messy. This is not a love and light situation. Yes, keep dropping the flower emojis. Love you guys. But yes, there is definitely some tension between the two right now. And I think that with the Knight being in reverse, she doesn't have a good perception of her husband right now. If they are still married, she does not have a good perception of him right now. She's definitely not happy with him. He's not taking care of business. This even gives me infidelity a little bit. Like he has his way with the words. He is very, 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 very charming. And sometimes he has the tendency to maybe even gaslight her a little bit. And the energy that I'm getting from Tammy is that she's not having it. Okay. That also brings me to the very next card, which is the Beggar. I'm literally hearing right now, I ain't gonna beg you. She's tired of asking him to do right. She's tired of asking him for the things that she already feels like he should be doing right now. So there definitely is trouble in paradise right now. Based off of the cards that I pulled so far, it doesn't look like Tammy is actually concerned with mending the relationship. She's more in that energy of what can you do? Like she's past all of these promises. She's past going back and forth with him. It's more so like, what can you do? Because I'm only looking at like what I've seen at this point. Okay. So let's take a look and like let's deep dive more into that. Like, how is Waka feeling? If you guys are enjoying this reading so far, go ahead and hit the like button. Gas me up, you guys. Let's keep these comments coming, okay? Let's see Waka's perspective. How is Waka feeling about this? What is his perception of his wife right now? Okay, so we're going to pull a little bit more from that to kind of see how he feels and where. Hey, welcome. He has projects and things that he's working on right now. He has things that he is concerned with right now. Tammy isn't at the top of his priority either. I think that he has a lot of projects on the table. He has his hands in a lot of pots right now. And that's more of like what he's focused on doing right now outside of this relationship. Okay. Waka likes to play the victim in the relationship. He likes to make it seem like Tammy is the crazy one, like she's the one. He's playing wounded right now. And I think this actually speaks to the reason why neither one of them have confirmed whether or not they're together. You know, like nobody in this situation wants to be the bad guy. I'm actually picking up that there is a lot on the line. There's a lot on the line right now. There's a lot that they're intentionally keeping private, to not only protect themselves, but to protect others, essentially. But Waka, one of his top priorities is actually just remaining innocent. Like he's really concerned with his public perspective, the way that the public perceives him. He does want to just keep somewhat of a clean image and just like, oh, hey, I'm not the bad guy. I am a good husband. And that's the energy that I'm picking up right now. Okay. Also, yes, once again, okay, he wants to come off as somebody who is nurturing. I was there for Tammy type energy. I am there for my family. I'm a good guy. So these types of things right now are like literally at the top of his concern. Okay. Yes, keep those pink flowers coming. Who sings that song? You played a fool out of me. Because you made a fool out of me, because I literally just keep hearing that. The earliest time that I can remember hearing that song was like on Love and Basketball, you guys. And that's just what I'm hearing right now. Like he is, I'm picking up a really wounded, divine masculine energy right now. Like he's really like, oh, woe is me. You know what? He is actually, even though he is playing wounded, I will say from this reading, you guys, that he's doing some soul searching right now. He is trying to figure out where he went wrong at. He is actually, internally taking accountability for some of his actions. He's trying to find a way to just actually be that man that, he knows. He's aware of those faults. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's aware. But right now, Waka, I don't get that they're actively together at all right now through the spread. If they are communicating, it's very, 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 very minimal. right? They're communicating on a have-to basis, right? Because in Tammy's prayer earlier, we understood that she was concerned about her child and the well-being of her child, right? So with this here, what I'm getting is that he's taken this time apart to actually, do some type of soul searching. This is a reflective period for him, and he's actually taking it quite seriously. But, there definitely still is some form of hurt there for sure. Okay. And this even further confirms that, you guys. This card is the Scribe in reverse, right? So he's watching. He's still on her social media. He's still watching her, and he is still very concerned about what his wife is doing during this time. He still has not even just watching her social media. I'm hearing Instagram. He does pay attention to her social media profiles. However, with this card though, this also means that he's checking in on her routinely. He does have friends checking in on her as well. He has eyes in many places. Okay, because he's still, he's still not go be free all the way. He's definitely still concerned, and he's definitely still bothered for sure. So that's a thing. Okay. He's like I just said, you guys, he is literally playing detective. He almost, the energy of this spread, he's almost like in agony of it. He tries not to be so in her business. He doesn't want people to know that he's sweating. Hence the somewhat shady posts and things. He doesn't want people to know that he is bothered right now, but he definitely is. He definitely, even if it's not him all the time, he does have other people looking and lurking on her social media. And just like in her everyday life, he may even have some friends reporting back to him about what's actually going on with Tammy. So the crazy thing about this, you guys, is that I haven't pulled anything about love yet, y'all. Nothing about love, you guys. So if I'm reading these cards right now, drop my Cash App, you guys. I would say I'm doing a pretty good job. What you think? If I'm doing a good job, go ahead and drop the flower emojis, you guys. Okay. Yes, drop the flower emojis. Okay. So we're going to take an overall look at what's going on in their relationship as well. Why are they having these problems? Why are they feeling the way? Why isn't their marriage the priority? Why isn't their marriage at the top of either of their priorities right now? So let's take a look at that too, you guys. So, and I will explain this going forward, but what I'm getting is there's a lot of ego involved. Within their relationship, neither person likes to be the first person to break the silence. Nobody wants to be the first person to break the ice in the relationship. There's a pool of energy. One person has to be more dominant than the other person. They literally, so far, their relationship's trash. They can't communicate. They literally can't communicate. They can't do things together. They cannot collaborate for anything. So I already know going through this, Tammy and Waka Flocka working together on a project is hell. They can't collaborate. They literally let their emotions dictate, how the project is going to go, if that makes sense, you guys. The root cause of this issue for them in their relationship is if they don't need some shadow work, okay? They need shadow work as a couple, okay? Both of them need to learn how to stop being so defensive. Literally, that's where things go left for them. They're like literally living in that defensive energy. You know, I can hear that maybe it would benefit even the both of them to sometimes let their guard down and stop being so fiery all the time. Like literally come at their partner with like a softer nature. But we're going to tap into it, you guys. Okay. So what I'm also getting is there's still a lot of feelings there in this relationship, but they struggle to balance them. There's lots of water energy here. Once again, both of them need to be doing shadow work, which is also what I think is somewhat happening with Waka. We got a lot of spiritual cards that I pulled from him earlier, and he's really taken this time to be reflective and to like find balance within himself. Waka, even though, like I said earlier, he is hurt, he is somebody that's also pretty self-aware, which is something that's really surprising. He's very self-aware. And what I think here is that I think that whatever they're going through right now is literally going to grow them as people, like as individuals. I'm hearing that there is a lesson and a blessing here for the both of them. There's a reason why their relationship is somewhat toxic. I'm getting that there's like a lot of communication blocks, and this is probably why we haven't actually seen them posting each other on social media. We haven't been seeing that lovey-dovey stuff. Okay, this specifically in this case is representing a poor relationship with each other, and then just a poor sense of self. I think that in the future, they're still going to struggle. They're still going to struggle to communicate with each other. Okay, and I'm looking. It doesn't look too good. It doesn't. I definitely. It really doesn't look too good. I right now, as far as them like getting back together or reconciling, it's really honestly, in order for them to do that, there would have to be like a release of emotions. A lot of them are the both of them, they both carry pain and hurt from the past. I get that looking at this reading here, there's like a lot of emotional and mental turmoil. There's been a lot of like sleepless nights over the situation, and it's gonna take Ayanla, okay, Jesus, to help them with their relationship. Okay, they might even need to call Huganzo, okay, because y'all know he loves to do crisis management. And just like with the final outcome, I do feel like Waka will be better for it, but I literally haven't. I think based off of the spread, what's going to happen is because his feelings are involved, and now he is now more in tune with his emotions. He is now more so looking at it from a nurturer standpoint. He's being more so like reflective in a sense. From this reading, Waka does in his energy have hopes of getting back together, or reconciling. Reconciling. But it's just a lot up in the air right now. There's more issues on the table than we have time to go through. But based off of my overall reading, they're honestly really not together right now. There's a lot of trouble in paradise, and the energy that I'm picking up here is that they're going to continue to go through these type of issues. They're going to continue, and it's really at this point it's just a cycle. But as far as them like actually ending, not yet, but they will be. Okay. And that is the reading, you guys. Hit the thumbs up, drop those flower emojis, if you are enjoying tonight's reading, you guys.
Definitely show her some love. She did really good with that one.
Yes, drop the Cash App, guys.
Waka and Tammy, if you happen upon this video, please know that I do shadow work consultations. If you need any support, head on over to the voodooinstitute.com and book one with me.
Yes.
So now I'm going to read on Kehlani and SZA. Are they or aren't they? That is the question that everybody has at this point. There have been some pictures released of them being very, very close, holding hands, playing grab ass. And so now people are speculating that they're together, but they haven't confirmed or denied either way. So I want to know, are they dating? Are they dating or are they just queer baiting at this point? What's going on with them? Is this a stunt or are they together? As I'm shuffling, y'all, go ahead and start sharing those scale emojis. Hit the scales. Give me some support. I am picking up an energy. It's a little weird. I can't place it. See what the cards have to say, but I think they're together. But one is hesitant. Let's see. So there is attraction there, but they're not together. They're not. They work together. And I wouldn't say that they're necessarily queer baiting, but they just work together. I don't get that they're not fucking. They're not dating. The first row we have the Three of Pentacles, the Temperance card, and the Eight of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles it's that card of getting money in community. When you have a skill set that the people that you're in community with, really want to support and see grow, but also you guys run together like a well-oiled machine, right? That's part of the reason why it's so easy for you to get money together. So they work really well together. We're probably going to see them on each other's new albums. There's likely going to be some sort of project that they do together, but this is a huge part of what their connection is. Creatively, they vibe really hard. We have the Temperance card, which is the card of patience, balance, and moderation. From this, I do get that there is attraction there, but for them, they don't want to. That's where the balance and moderation comes in, right? Because they see the bigger picture, they don't want to do anything that's going to either threaten their careers, threaten the friendship, threaten the ongoing connection that they have, right? Eight of Pentacles, refining your skill set so that you can make your own money, make your own coin. They put each other up on game a lot. And they've been able to stretch each other both creatively. So that's a huge part of the reason what makes them so close, right? Bottom row, we have the King of Cups, the Magician, and the Chariot. The King of Cups is that perfect balance between an executive mind and a compassionate heart. They bring balance to one another, definitely. And that could be part of the meaning of the Temperance too, is like the impact that they have on one another, right? So they definitely acknowledge one another's feelings. They balance each other out. They also support one another in thinking logically so that they don't make rash decisions. I get that, like when I'm getting an energy that like when things piss them off about their management, about their label, about what they're trying to get through with their projects, they lean on one another, right? So it's like they're King of Cups for one another, if that makes any sense. And this comes under the Three of Pentacles, which confirms for me that this is a huge part of, yes, their friendship is strong, but it's what makes the working relationship work. We have the Magician under the Temperance card. So we have both of the alchemy cards in the same spread. So again, this shows that they worship together. They probably do rituals together. So in addition to the creative connection, there is one that is spiritual. They share tips. They do worship together. They do rituals together. So that's a huge part of what makes them so close. I am also getting from this card and the card that follows after, even though they're not together right now, if they want it to be, it could be a really powerful relationship, right? Because the Magician is a card about having all the tools in your kit to manifest and work on, create whatever it is you want. So they could have a really beautiful relationship with one another if they want it. And also we have the Chariot, which is that card of being driven to succeed, being able to balance conflicting forces, right? While still being involved in working towards success or hitting a milestone, hitting a goal. So again, they could be, there is attraction there. They've probably had conversations about it, but right now they are more invested in the friendship and the working relationship than they are in exploring anything romantically. I'm sorry if I broke anybody's hearts. I know like the young queer kids were really excited about this potential couple, but from what I'm seeing, it doesn't look like they are actually physically together. I'm gonna ask this question just because I saw it on like a fuckboy channel. Anytime Black women do something that men don't understand, they automatically say they're an Illuminati. People are saying poor Chloe Bailey is in the Illuminati because she put her ass out a little bit and dyed her hair blonde. Like it's so excessive. But I did see in a couple of like fuckboy channels people saying that they're only together because they're in the Illuminati. It's a dumbass question, but I'm gonna ask it because we're here and I'm trying to entertain you guys. So go ahead and hit those scales if you like what you're seeing so far. And also don't hesitate to share some love offerings. I also want to let you guys know that we are still doing Ancestral Life Path readings. So go to voodooinstitute.com to book with us. If you like what you're seeing in terms of how I'm reading the cards and you are somebody who's interested in tarot, I have a tarot mentorship program. So you can reach out to me, find out more about that. It starts in November. Definitely take advantage of that if that's something that you're interested in. But let's see, is Kehlani and is SZA in the Illuminati? Hell no. No, they're not. I'm going to pull one clarifier over something, but no, they're not in the Illuminati. In fact, I will go as far as to say that if the Illuminati were real or if there were some sort of secret society, at least one of them have been offered, one of them have been offered participation and they've shut it down. And I'll explain how I got to that conclusion. First row, we have the Queen of Swords, the Eight of Cups clarified by the Lovers, and the Four of Pentacles. Queen of Swords doesn't play about her boundaries, right? She's unapologetically about what she wants and who she is, and she doesn't people-pleasing, acquiescing, like that is not in her energy. I'll always say I think of Rihanna when I get this card, right? Because that was literally her brand for such a long time. She was unapologetic. She did what the fuck she wanted. And this is what I think of when I get the Queen of Swords. So no, they both are people that would not be able to put up with that kind of surveillance and control. The Eight of Cups clarified by the Lovers is what makes me think an offer was given and they walked away. Because the Eight of Cups is literally a card about knowing something's not going to work for you, having the courage to walk away from it, and knowing that walking away is not a form of failure. The Lovers card, okay, so on its surface, yes, it's about lovers. It's about connection and commitment in which you understand the consequence that you have over another person, but it's also Gemini energy, right? Geminis are hella cerebral. They think everything through to the point of being a little annoying, if I have to be honest. So this was something that they thought about before they rejected it. They thought about it heavy, but they went ahead and walked away from it. That had them worried for a little bit. Four of Pentacles card of worrying about lack, worrying about money drying up, holding your coins very tightly so that to the point where you're not letting new things come in. So this did have one of them. This did have one of them in a space of worry for a while. Bottom row, we have the Seven of Swords clarified by the Seven of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. The worry didn't last for very long. Somebody probably did try to impact their career. I'm getting that this is Kehlani specifically. Someone did try to come for her career. They tried to take from her. We have the Thief, which is literally known as they're the thief. The Seven of Swords is the thief. They act manipulatively. They try to defraud. They'll try to steal opportunities from you. If they can't steal opportunity or anything material, they will literally steal your joy by fucking with you mentally, right? So this is the card that comes up. But she's so about her business that shit didn't affect her, right? Because the Seven of Wands is about ascension, in which people will come for you, but you just have to focus on the ascension and rise above, right? I always say about this card, these people with the wands only matter if you pay attention to them. So for her, she was so driven, so focused on her career that it didn't impact her. Again, that's confirmed by Four of Wands. Someone who entered in, this is Kehlani. Someone who entered the industry already having a really solid foundation, having home, having people that they do business and work with, but still find home in, right? Because that's the nature of this particular card. And then we end with the King of Pentacles, which is that wealth built over a long period of time, having long-term vision, right? King of Pentacles is always represented by an older male. If you look at all the king cards, they're always the oldest looking male in the deck, because it's to show that this is not fly-by-night wealth, right? This isn't inheritance. This isn't socialite money. This is somebody that has a vision that is long-term. So I don't really believe in Illuminati. That's just me. But there probably was some sort of industry entity that tried to coerce and work with her at one point. And she was just like, no, fuck that. It did cause some temporary concern and worry for her. But because she had such a solid foundation before she even entered into certain contracts, it didn't have impact on her. It didn't have impact on her at all. But no, they're not in the Illuminati. Even if that was something that was offered to them, it wouldn't be something that specifically Kehlani would take. And that's my reading. I'm gonna wrap up there. Hit those scale emojis, y'all. Let me know how y'all felt about that one.
Yes, everybody, keep liking the video. Thank you all for your support. Okay. Lucy Soleil did an amazing job with that. Okay, so if you resonated with anything that she said, go ahead and send those cash apps. Continue to like, drop the scales and the flower emojis in the chat, you guys. Okay, so the next one that we're going to look at here. Okay, I'll wrap this up, y'all, because it's getting late, okay? But we're going to go ahead and read over Bow Wow. Is anybody else tired of Bow Wow outside of me? It's just me. Yes. Is anybody else tired of him and his shenanigans on social media? Like, I'm tired, y'all. So, Bow Wow, I guess the other day, he thought it would be a great idea. Tired, okay? But he thought it would be a great idea the other day to tweet that, oh, he could get Angela Simmons back. And okay. First of all, let's take a look at what the ancestors have to say about Bow Wow's personality, okay? Let's take a look at why he is the way that he is, you guys. Let's see what the spirits have to say. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm literally tickled right now. Okay, so he has the Fool in reverse. Okay, so this lets me know right away that he is somebody. he has little man syndrome. Okay, he is somebody who is very, very, very immature. What I'm getting from this is that he's also pretty short-sighted. Okay, sometimes he may go into these situations thinking that something is a really good idea, but at the end of the day, he's a fool, and people laugh at him for it. Okay, it's almost like he just hasn't taken the time to mature. I'm literally getting that little Bow Wow, Shad Moss. What does he go by now, you guys? Shad Moss?
Shad, yeah.
Shad has not taken the time to transform from little Bow Wow into Shad Moss. Shad Moss needs to spend some time doing shadow work because he just out here making a fool of himself, okay? And I also think that he has a tendency to be someone who is in constant need of rescuing. I think that this applies more so to his personal life. I think that he has people around him that save him a lot, that help protect his brand and protect his image. Because if he did not have said people around him, he would continue to do this all the time. He is someone that does not listen, though. He doesn't listen to the advice from the people that are actually in his life. He doesn't listen to those guides or those mentors that he has. This is giving me Jermaine Dupri. I'm pretty sure Jermaine Dupri and the Brat are literally tired of telling him about his antics on social media, and he's gonna do it anyways. Is what I'm getting. He definitely loves to go against the grain, and he also likes the attention that he gets from going against the grain, you guys. So I did already mention. Okay, so right here we have the child wounded, right? Bow Wow has a really weak inner child. There's something, and I'm picking up here from his childhood that he is missing, which is why he is also so immature, or why he even comes off so immature to people, is because with Bow Wow, he probably had too much responsibility as a kid. He didn't get to be an actual kid. So he's literally stuck in that energy right now. He literally almost had to grow up too fast. And that's one of the reasons why he goes on social media and says these random things, is because he's just a naturally immature person who wasn't necessarily supported correctly or in a very nurturing or good way whenever he was a child. This is somebody who needs constant validation from external sources in order to feel, like the man, like Shad, you know what I'm saying? He definitely needs attention. Pulling all of these child cards, I don't even know how, I don't even know what else to say. Child eternal. And from this card is what I'm pulling is that Bow Wow is going to continue to act like this. This isn't something that is going to end in the near future, but he's going to continue to act out and cry and stuff for attention. Okay. Okay, this also goes back to, so this one is the hero in reverse. This also goes back to his constant need for to be saved. He actually, almost getting the vibe that he likes for people to treat him like a child too. He likes for people to come to him and be have those talks, because he's in constant need of knowing that people care about him. The people that are in his circle, he literally loves when they call and say, hey, Bow, or whatever they call him, Shad, whatever. He loves when they call and show up during his antics. He loves that attention. So Bow Wow is an attention whore, you guys. He is an attention whore with yes. Okay. And this card right here is highlighting his need to be in the spotlight. So what I'm getting right here, because this card almost has like a slight energy of sacral. He knows that he's not pushing out good content or popular content. He's not pushing out things that are stimulating to us. So he finds other ways to be in the spotlight. Okay. Bow Wow could definitely benefit from a teacher or a mentor. He need, like I said, this screams wounded child energy, poor inner child work. This screams the need for a parental figure in his life. He needs constant structure, which is actually quite abnormal when doing a reading on like a grown person. The energy that I'm picking up from his reading is that he Bow Wow probably doesn't even manage his own finances. He has someone that oversees these types of things because he isn't even responsible enough to do it. He struggles with adult responsibility. And I think that some of that comes out whenever we see him doing these things on social media. Okay. So everyone, so far, if you are enjoying tonight's reading, once again, go ahead and drop those flower emojis. For those of you who are just joining, I am Untitled Venus, and I am reading with SZA. Okay. I am goddaughter of Priestess Peach Blossom, and I am over at the Voodoo Institute. So if you would like to book a reading with me, you can head on over to the Voodoo Institute. We are still doing the Ancestral Life Path readings right now. I also have a wonderful love reading that you can do. And we'll also be offering consultations a little bit later on this month. If you find yourself ever in the Bow Wow energy, needing a little bit of work, you can come see me or SZA, okay? We're also going to take a look at Bow Wow's comment that he made. Did he get Angela Simmons back if he wanted to? Did she text him after he tweeted that? Let's get into it. Okay. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is a literal no-go. Absolutely not. He does not have a chance. And she didn't text him. I don't even know if I should read further. That's no, ma'am. Okay. And I actually think it's funny because she's also showing up a little bit in this reading, and with this, because she knows her worth. Angela Simmons knows that she's the Queen of Wands, and she knows that she is the life of the party. She knows what she has. She's a lot of fun, and talking to it I'm almost getting that it almost disgusted her. This is beneath me, you peasant type energy, in this reading. So absolutely not. Bow Wow was clout chasing, y'all. He can't get Angela Simmons back, okay? I think that time has passed. They had their time. There was a time maybe that she was interested in him, but that is no longer the case. That is not a thing, nor will it be a thing. And it's not. I also see that, in this reading, Bow Wow's ego is off the charts sometimes. And sometimes when he lashes out and he does these type of things, he leads with that ego. He leads with that macho mentality of, I am the man. I absolutely not. Thank you for that. Absolutely not. I think that this also points back to that huge ego with the little man syndrome. He almost feels like he has something to prove, literally at all times, you guys. Just, why is he showing up? Why is he showing up like this? Why is Bow Wow someone who is showing up as the Queen of Wands? I get that especially after it being there, I think that he acts off of emotion a lot sometimes, and it leads him into these poor decision making, or these poor situations that he finds himself in, you know. I'm also picking up here, which I'll be explaining, that he has a lot going on, and he definitely struggles internally. Like he struggles sometimes making these decisions. He goes back and forth on whether or not he should do it, but oftentimes he does do it. He lives somewhat like in that Libra indecisive energy. I get here sometimes that Bawa doesn't see the whole picture. He's not getting a bird's eye view of the situation. He's just hopping in full steam ahead, and not really looking at things. I think that she would never ever mess with Bow Wow again. And I think that looking at this energy, at this particular spread, Angela sees these immature personality traits, and she gets his pattern of thinking, which is one of the exact same reasons why she will never, ever talk to him in that way again. Now, I'm not saying, looking at this, I don't get that she thinks, oh, Bow Wow is a bad person, but she knows her worth, and she knows that he is not the one for her. And it's all, it's just that energy of like, ew. That I'm getting from that. So that's really the read with that. From what I understand, he was honestly and truly clout chasing. It's really just for attention. It's really to get his name out there, because he's not really putting energy into other creative sources other than stirring up mess on social media. So Bow Wow lives for the shade room. He lives for the, I don't know if World Star is looking, but he lives for those type situations. So, and that is the reading on that, you guys. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and drop the pink flower emoji.
I bet you when she saw those messages, it made her nauseous.
I know. I bet you she was like, why is he tagging me?
Yeah.
I was not my business. Like, just crazy. Just a bunch of foolishness, you guys.
All right, you all. So this brings us to the end. We hope you enjoyed yourself. Definitely make sure to reach out and send us some love if you appreciated what we offered. Definitely go over to the voodooinstitute.com. Check out the offerings that we have. Monze LaBelle Venus offers some pretty amazing love readings, and I have some shadow work consultations that I offer, and we both do ancestral life path readings as well. So if you guys want to get closer with the ancestors that walk with you, know a little bit more about what offerings they want, any of that kind of information, that's a great starter reading if you haven't had one before. So definitely head on over to the voodooinstitute.com and check that out. Is there anything else you're working on, Monse? Any other lectures or things that you're offering?
Thank you for asking. So coming up in October, I will have like a money magic one-on-one class. So if you are someone who is interested in manifesting money, you should definitely look out. The class haven't released the information, but it's scheduled around mid-October. So be on the look for that. And then by the end of the month, I'll also be offering consultations as well. And they're really just general. Like if you have a need for questions for your ancestor altar, root work, or even a little bit of shadow work as well, those will be up on the Voodoo Institute as well. So thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate all the support tonight.
Absolutely. Keep an eye out. I'll be going live tomorrow to talk about 3 things to consider when choosing conjure. Some of y'all want to run straight to the spell work when y'all need to work on the behavior. And so we're going to be talking about what that looks like. Because if we're going to do spell work, we want to make sure that we're not doing things to sabotage it in the process. And so we're going to be having that discussion tomorrow night here, same channel, at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you have the time, definitely drop over, show some love, ask questions. Aside from that, we're just going to go ahead and wrap up. Thank you so much for joining us. Y'all take care and have a good night.